Hi, I'm John Zimkus, and welcome to the City Show. And yes, we are in the city. We're in the far west part of town, and today we're going to explore with a little question. How does solar panels, what do they have to do with sheep? Think about that for a second. Our guest today is Guy Augustin, and he is the Deputy Director of the Electronic Engineering of the City of Lebanon. Welcome, Guy.
Thanks for having me.
And in a sense, I'm your guest because this is your neck of the woods.
Yes.
And so where are we?
Right now we're at what we call our Western Utility Array. The city has three utility arrays, solar utility arrays. Right now we're at the Western. There's a Central, and then there's an Eastern array. With these arrays, they produce about 9.8 megawatts of power, which is really great for the city. Mm-hmm. In layman's terms, for, I guess, our citizens, that's just about 1,500 to 2,000 homes that it generates power for, that it would actually electrify. So that's where we are right now.
What percentage of the electricity that Lebanon uses come from these panels?
I'm glad you asked that question. To be honest, it's only 3%. That's it. Usually in a year, Lebanon uses about 370,000 megawatts of power. So the 9.8 megawatts is only 3% of what Lebanon uses in a year.
Now, being only 3%, does it still help the city and the residents?
Yes, it greatly helps the city and the residents. Right now, we want a diversification of different sources to generate power. One of the things is our peaking during the summer seasons that pretty much tells us how much power and how much we're going to be paying for power for the year afterwards. So when we peak in the summertime, we want to bring that peaking down as much as we possibly can. So bringing peaking down just 3% less saves Lebanon residents so much money.
So there would be less chances of brownouts and things like that?
Yes, I would say that. Yes, yeah. Yes.
Now, how many acres does the city have?
So we're covering 38 acres of land that we set aside for our solar. The good thing about it right now, the solar, it's in wetland, so this will be land that never will be buildable on. And it will cost so much to build on that the city would never use it to actually build properties on or anything like that. So that's why this was a great use of land here. And it's sectioned off about 15 acres here at the Western Array, about 15 to 18 acres at the Central Array, and another 10 acres at the Eastern Array.
Now, the Central Array, is that near Black Barn, or is this the one that's also near Black Barn?
Yes, so the Central Array is right near the Black Barn. Okay. If you're driving down 63, you can see it from the side. It's right behind the Black Barn.
And where is the Eastern Array?
The Eastern Array is around, if you're driving down Glosser Road, we have a substation that we're building there now. You'll be able to see it just right behind the substation.
Now, I'm looking here, and there has to be, 15 or so rows?
Yes.
How big are the panels?
So the panels just are about 5 by 8 feet. 5 by 8 feet. In total, we have about 17,856 panels altogether. So it's a lot of solar panels generating this power.
So the panels take in the rays, and where does it send it? Where does it go?
So right now, the panels take in the rays. Then we have inverters that take that power from DC to AC. We have transformers that pushes that power back into our distribution poles right behind you, and puts it directly back onto the grid.
Okay. Now, taking care of it, I had a tease a little earlier about the sheep. What do sheep have to do with these panels?
So obviously, yes. One thing that we're trying to figure out, because there's a lot of grass, there's 38 acres worth of grass, how do we cut the grass that's going to be around our solar panels. And we were thinking about all different types of solutions. Obviously, the one is we can hire a company to mow the grass with their lawnmowers. Or we were thinking about maybe robot lawnmowers that can go underneath the...
Sort of a lawn Roomba.
Like a lawn Roomba. But then we were thinking about, hey, sheep are good. One thing that they love to do is eat. They travel in packs. And naturally, something that they love to do, since they love to eat, it will be great. It'll actually produce less carbon into the air. So we would be carbon sensitive to the carbon sensitive to the environment. And also it protects the investment. Just think about it. If you're ever riding on your lawnmower at home, if a rock comes out or pops out, if it hits one of the glasses on the solar panels, you can actually crack the glass on the solar panel, and now you won't be able to produce as much electricity from that panel, or that panel is now destroyed and you can't use it anymore. So now with having sheep, we protect our investment in Lebanon, and we won't have to worry about those things as well.
Now, is this part of a program called Ohio Solar Grazing?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Now, the people you deal with to bring the sheep here, do they primarily work with other solar panel institutions or places?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. We're not the only company that they work with. I believe they also work with the Cincinnati Zoo as well, and they work with other maybe municipalities or other different locations that do have solar panels as well.
Are they fairly local?
They are fairly local, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how long does it take them to really, because we have the three places, so they will go to this one and then the central and then the eastern one. How long would it take them to do this field?
So what we've seen right now, it'd probably take them probably a month to a month and a half to do all of this acreage here, and then go to the central array. From there, they would travel to the central array, probably take them another month to month and a half.
Right.
And then, of course, with the eastern array, that's a different solution that we're using there.
Okay.
That solution, we're using pollinators. Pollinators is it's almost like a herbicide that we use so that you won't actually have to do a lot of mowing there.
Okay.
The grass will grow to a certain height, and then it will actually never grow higher than it really needs to. So you would, if you do mow, you'd only have to mow maybe once or twice a year.
But since it stops, is it like a thick carpet then? Does it get pretty thick, or?
This is something new to us,
Okay.
so we're still learning.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. It doesn't go up; it just goes down. Now, when they're done eating the grass, how low is the grass when they're done?
So we've seen the grass go pretty low. I would say maybe 5 to 6 inches when they do eat the grass. But the thing is, the grass, because of all the rain that we've been having this year, the grass just shoots right back up. So it's a constant thing. But we have contracts with them for the entire year. So they'll just continue to come on back and eat and eat and eat. And the main thing is, we just don't want the grass to get above, or at least up to the solar panels itself. That way that it's not stopping any production of energy to the solar panels.
Now, I saw a video, and there's a border collie sometimes with them.
Yes.
And he sort of herds them around as to where they're supposed to go?
That's correct. That's correct. So the border collie works with the sheep. It kind of directs the sheep whenever they're transitioning from either into the trucks or outside the trucks, or from one utility array, from the central to the central to the western array. That border collie kind of helps gather them and kind of walks them and kind of corrects their path to make sure that they're going in the right direction. It's pretty neat to see how well trained that Border Collie is. And
yeah, those are amazing dogs.
Amazing dogs. And the sheep respond to them, and they just know to get in line and do exactly what the Border Collie wants.
Now, a little truthful admittance to you now. We were going to film this on 2 days ago, and the sheep were going to be here. Because of the weather, we postponed it. And the sheep are not here today. They had a previous engagement. But they will be coming back, and we will show you some videos of the sheep in action in a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I was telling you earlier before we started recording, doing a little research this morning, I came across a word which was agrivoltaics.
Yes.
Which apparently, it sounds like it's agriculture and voltage together.
Yes.
Agrivoltaics, which apparently this is what it's called. Now, we as a community own our own electric department.
Correct.
Is that unusual?
No, not actually. There's actually 82 municipal electric departments all across Ohio. So Lebanon is not unique to having one. The good thing is, because Lebanon has one, it actually gives us the opportunity to have reliable local power, which is great because it's very cost effective to our citizens, and they have a lot more local control here as well.
Now, the power we have, now this is always a little confusing to me, and I'm sure other people too. We actually buy the power.
Yes.
Outside of Lebanon. We used to have our own generators and produce it at one time.
Correct.
But we don't do that anymore.
Yes.
But we buy the power, and it's not like, here comes our supply of power. It all comes out of the same basic entrance to the city.
Yes.
But we're buying it from a certain, where do we buy it?
So we buy it off the open market, just like a lot of the other utilities here in the state of Ohio. So we have contracts all the way up until 2027 where that supply all of our power needs here in Lebanon. We do see that that we all pay a transportation cost because some of those sources, you could say, just say a power plant of coal, nuclear, hydro, wherever that power is coming from, to bring that power here from wherever it is to Lebanon, there's a transportation cost that associated with it. So one of the things that we are doing here in Lebanon is having generating sources that are local to reduce that transportation cost and save our residents money. This is, as you could say, the solar is one of those things where it generates electricity here, so we're not paying for the transportation.
It stays here.
Yes,
it doesn't go anyplace.
So that's another way that we're saving our customers here in Lebanon money because we don't have to pay for the transportation. It's already, the sun is giving us that electricity for free, right? And we're generating that power directly here out.
You know, when I first moved to Lebanon, probably before you were born, Lebanon had a reputation of having the power go out quite a bit.
Okay.
But I do recall, I believe it was 2008 or 2009, we had the remnants of a hurricane. We didn't have the rain, but we just had the wind.
Yes.
And all around us, Cincinnati and all around us, all the places were out of power, but Lebanon wasn't.
Yes.
And I remember the radio DJ saying, if you want to get gas, the gas stations in Lebanon are still open.
That's correct.
So they would tell people to come up here. What was one reason why we were so successful in that? Was it the way we had more underground lines?
No, I would. There's a variety of things.
Okay.
I would say one of the things that we've been priding ourselves here in Lebanon, one, I would say our leadership in the city. That's been a big thing in the leadership here in the electric department. We've been priding ourselves in making sure that when we build something, we build it solid and we build a solid, strong infrastructure so that, I'm not saying we can withstand any and everything now, but we make sure that when we do it right, and we do it right the first time. We have tree and line clearance contractors that work for us that make sure that all of the trees are well trimmed around our power lines so that when the wind blows, we're not scared or, if it's going to fall on our power lines or anything like that. they're well clear from our power lines. Also, we do a lot of our reliability projects. So when we see a pole that's a little bit deteriorated or a little bit old, or lines that are old, we're constantly changing it and maintaining it and putting in brand new, stronger poles, so that when those things happen, they can withstand those storms, as opposed to just falling because the wind blows or anything like that.
Yeah. No, it's not perfect. No system is perfect.
Absolutely not.
But it's so much better than what it used to be. It really is.
Yes.
Now, compared to other communities, how are our rates?
Oh, let me tell you, Lebanon has the lowest rates out of Duke, AES Ohio, Hamilton, and any of the other electric utilities in the southwestern region. We have the lowest rates. If you come to Lebanon, we pride ourselves in one thing, in being competitive with our rates as well. We've weathered the storm of, obviously, COVID, which obviously impacts us. And we're doing our best to make sure that we are staying strong and providing good professional services to our Lebanon residents. And of course, making sure that we're looking for the best contracts so that we don't have to raise very, very high rates for our customers as well.
Now, there are other things we're doing with our electric department. One of the things I read was Advanced Meters Infrastructural Project.
Yes.
What's that?
What we call AMI. Right now, and I'm sure most of our Lebanon residents know, we are changing out all of our electric meters and water nodes and some of our water meters here in Lebanon. This is not our first iteration of what they call smart meters. This is our second iteration. So we've had smart meters here in Lebanon for over 10 years, just so people would know. This smart meter application gives us the opportunity, or will give the residents the opportunity now in real time to check either on their phones or on the computer. Hey, how am I using my electricity? What things are in my house are possibly making my rates or my electric usage a lot higher? What things do I need to kind of scale back on? That way, it gives you more options as a customer on how you're using your electricity.
No, that's on real time, right?
That's on real time.
Okay, not like you get the bill, well, what happened last month, you know?
Yes. That way, you're not surprised when you see, oh, I have a larger bill than I expected. What did I do a month ago? Most of us won't even remember what we did 2 weeks ago or yesterday. But now, residents will have that opportunity now to check and see what's going on with their meter usage and what they're using in their houses that are causing them to either use more electricity or even lower their electric usage as well.
Now, the department installs these new meters, correct?
That's correct, yes.
How many meters are they going to have to install?
So just under 10,000 electric meters. And I would say about 8,000 plus electric nodes. I mean, water nodes. So it's a lot of work. We should be done before the end of the year. I would say fall, third quarter of this year, we should have all of
When did you start?
We actually started at the beginning of this year. I think February of 2025. Yeah, February this year. Yeah.
So within 1 year?
Within 1 year. Within 1 year.
Fantastic.
So of course, there's a lot of planning that happens before that to get the project off the ground, and meetings. But we want to make sure that this is going to be something grand for our customers in Lebanon, and the customers really enjoy it, and the residents enjoy it.
Are there any other projects, innovative projects that the electric department is working on?
We have tons. Well, the electric department stays busy. One thing, as I recently said, we have a Gloucester Road substation that we're building off of Gloucester Road. This is going to be one of these substations that's going to be giving us added reliability to the city. It's a very important substation for us, and it's going to increase the capacity that we have here in the city. Also, we have some behind the meter generation, some more generation projects that we are doing as well in the city. We want to diversify Lebanon and have even more sources, local sources, to help, like I said, reduce those transportation costs because they're going up, and just try to like diversify our portfolio of infrastructure for Lebanon.
Now, as far as that transportation cost, where does some of our power come from? Are there certain areas that we buy most of our power from?
Yes, most of it we buy it off the market in bulk, but we do have, Lebanon owns a stake in Fremont. It's a natural gas facility just north of Cleveland, where we get about 20% of our power from. So that really helps us and saves residents here in Lebanon a lot of money through that Fremont natural gas facility. That would say, after buying it off the open market, that would be our largest bulk of where our power comes from.
Okay. Well, Guy, it's so fascinating to talk to you about this.
Appreciate it.
And I'm glad to hear about the sheep, and you will see some pictures of the sheep.
Yes.
And thanks for all the electric department does for us.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. And anything else you want to add before we sign off?
Well, the electric department wants to say thank you to all of the residents. We're working really hard to make sure that we're providing reliable power to you guys. And every time you flip that light switch on, we want to make sure that it comes on for you guys. And we just appreciate the opportunity to serve you all. Thank you.
Well, thanks again, Guy, for shedding some light on the electric department and what it does in Lebanon. You take care, and I will see you around town.